and Practitioner. I'm waiting for Robin Bornstein, who is my partner on these weekly podcasts, to come on, but she's experiencing technical difficulties. So as everybody know who do these types of podcasts, it could be quite frustrating. So let me know if you have joined us. And once Robin is ready and hopefully her equipment is up and running, she's going to be joining us shortly. So tonight's topic is about healing with universal energy. And how did I come about with this topic? Well, one of the plans that I'm having sometime in March or in April to teach live stream Reiki 1. And I am really passionate about teaching healing methods and how to go about self-healing, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones. And last week we talked about what is the responsibility of a Reiki practitioner and in your role of healing. And before that, we just started talking about how to tap into our self ability to heal. So tonight I want to talk a little bit about access, as I mentioned, accessing universal energy, and especially for healers who are empaths. Empaths, who are they? They are highly sensitive people that is aware of everything around them, other people's emotions, and what else? They're just aware of the slightest little energy changes. And one thing cool about empaths, they have more of a tendency to tap into universal energy. So what is universal energy? Well, on this planet, I should say in this form, we are made of matter, the things that we can touch, and energy. And without energy, there is no matter. So there's none of us. And everything has an energetic frequency. You name it. It could be a low frequency or a high frequency. And this is something that I've been talking about in my Reiki 1 course that's coming up. And what's the difference between high frequency energy and low frequency? For example, this is food that's hot and you could smell it. So the molecules are moving like this. And basically what you're experiencing and sensing is a high frequency and high moving item, where a snail or not worse, but a rock, even though it appears that they're not moving, but they're moving very slowly because energetically they are moving at I hate to say it like this, at a snail pace. Oh, here comes Robin. She's going to say hello to everybody.
Hi,
Robin. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, and we started to talk about universal energy, and talk about what is it. And I started talking about how everything is made of energy and matter, and you cannot have matter without energy. And so fast moving energy is things that fast molecules moving. So like a hot slice of pizza, you're going to be able to smell that because the molecule is moving quicker and the energy is just like, okay, here I am. Whereas if you have a cold slice of pizza, you're not going to be able to smell it as well.
That's a great example. I love that.
Yeah. And one of the things we started talking about is the empathic healer. And I'm going to introduce Robin, who is very much an empathic healer. She feels everything. She works really hard to set up boundaries. So she does not become sick when she's working with someone. And everybody, feel free to jump in if you experience what I call you're absorbing everybody's emotions. This is one of the traits of an empathic healer. We become like living sponges.
It's so true. And so many people are walking around not realizing that that's what's happening to them. And they don't understand why they feel so tired or drained or depressed. They're picking up on.
And it's true, especially about the depression. People who are depressed, I would say they're oversaturated with energy.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Carlson could even add to that too, especially if you're an empathic person. And I would say, would you say, Robin, that most likely somebody that's very sensitive would seek out alternative help?
Yes and no. I've come across very sensitive people that are not into alternative health or holistic healing. They'll dabble in it a little bit, but they won't try, maybe they'll try one modality. And if it's not working, they're done. I've seen that. And I think it's because they're so sensitive that they feel, that they get discouraged so easily. I've noticed that with some people.
Do you think they're afraid of what they are feeling?
Most likely, or they're not sure, or maybe they're just uncomfortable. They've got other things going on health-wise, and they're just not wanting to go deeper into their own energetic field to figure out why maybe certain things are happening in their lives, health-wise or in relationships. They're not willing. It's not that they're not willing. Maybe they're afraid. That could be right. They could be afraid. Keeping things status quo is always easy.
Yeah, well,
shaking things up and going deeper into trying to figure yourself out is uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. And for those people who are very sensitive to universal energy, I call it just being extremely aware of everything. And what someone like me, and I'm going to say Robin, if that's okay, we've learned how to harness this energy for healing purposes. And we become pretty much like lightning rods, and we start to attract energy to us because of our understanding of Reiki energy. And anybody could do energy work. It does not mean you have to be a Reiki practitioner. I want to make that really clear.
Yes, there's lots of different types of energy work, energy healing work. There's so much out there. I'm discovering new energy healing types of work every day because I'm always looking and reading into what other people are doing. It's fascinating. You could spend a lifetime studying it.
Yeah, like one of the things, as I'm writing my accompanying manual to go with the Reiki 1 course, I thought I was going to be able to write a really simple accompanying manual that goes with every lesson. And then before I knew it, I ended up writing a lot more. This is my tendency. Robin would say, Helen, you don't have to write so much. But I'm extremely
good at it. She loves it.
It's one of those odd things as a healer. I'm very also very methodical, and I'm very logical, which is I think it's rare. Robin could dispute this. I have this what I call a geeky tendency about the way I do things, because basically the way I teach is the same way that I would ask somebody's question. I would call them on their stuff, because there's so much healing work. There's so many facets, and like one of the things I started to write, I wrote about the 3 types of empath healers. Like Robin and I'm going to lump us into the spiritual healers, where we're able to channel energy through us, not from us, through us.
Right.
And then there's the medical healers, like doctors and nurses or frontline people. So they are healing on a physical level, and some of them are very empathic, where they could actually feel a sick person and hopefully they don't absorb their sickness. And then there is what I call the natural healers. So those are the farmers, the people that works with the earth to help heal. So those are the 3. I'm quite sure there's many more other types of healers, but I'm trying to keep the book under 200 pages. Well, we'll see about that. So depending on where you fit in, and all of these healers could be very empathic. And some of us will know it and some of us won't know it. Oh, there's Jean. Oh, Jean is our dear heart who is Earth Angel, and to the point where, she's so empathic. She's like a walking, I used to call her a sponge bobette, the sponge bobs. So Jean is a sponge bobette where she absorbs everyone's pain like it's her personal own. And so we've been working with her for a long time.
Have you shared with Jean our tip?
Oh yeah, she knows the condom tip. Really, for those people who don't know about energy condom, especially when I work with kids, I always tell them, wherever you go, crowded places, school, and when your energy starts to feel wonky, I want you to imagine you have a condom. I hope everyone knows what a condom is.
Or like big balloon.
Yeah, big balloon. And you're going to roll it from the top of your head and to roll it all the way down. And you're going to imagine it to the bottom of your feet. And if you feel like something is penetrating your condom, you put another layer on.
I get
carried away.
Actually put yourself in this protective field, this bubble, and you need to visualize yourself in this, your spiritual armor, your condom aura condom, whatever you want to name your protective field.
Yes,
you need to come up with a fun name. You could use the names that we just gave you, but really, like if you're going out into public, or if you're going to work, whatever it is you're doing, you're jumping on a Zoom call, you want to ground yourself, and you want to, visualize yourself in this protective field, protecting your energy.
Yeah, and everyone could do this. And the more empathic you are, especially if you pick up on people's emotions, I would call deeply caring. Like I'm going to put Jean in that category. Deeply over the top caring. If you're the problem solver, so if everyone's coming to you and say, help me, help me, help me, and you're keenly aware and you're easily overwhelmed. That's one thing that I notice about empathic people, especially the ones who come seek my help at the Healing Place as clients. So, and more times than not, you have an easy overload because you're so aware of every situation that you don't know how to pull back. And most importantly, I call you a walking lie detective. You could tell a lie coming 10 feet away and you're like, okay, dude, do that. You need to step back.
Absolutely. And I think it's really helpful to really pay attention to your energy, how your body's feeling, what your mind is thinking. What stories are you telling yourself in your mind on it? When you wake up in the morning, are you like waking up and being like, oh, are you waking up and going, oh, thank goodness the sun is out? I mean, pay attention to what you're thinking, pay attention to how your body's feeling. And if you're having, you can have one day where you're feeling really dragged down, emotionally spent, physically exhausted. Think about what it is that you've allowed to come into your world, either physically, who's around you, what are you watching on TV, what are you reading, what are you paying attention to. Really pay attention to, on those days when you're feeling off, what it is that you've been up to. Pay attention, and that is going to help you figure out what is going on or why your body's feeling upset. Or, there may be things going on in your life that you can't control and you're going to be upset, and that's okay. However, go outside in nature, watch the birds flying by, take a dog for a walk if you have a dog, or spend some time with a friend that, makes you feel good when you're around them. Really pay attention to your energy and start, journaling about it and seeing what helps you and what doesn't.
Yeah, and that's true. And one of the things I practice, and I think Robin does too, I'm going to state my thing here, and then you could jump on a little bit later, Robin. One of the things as a healer is have no attachment to the outcome.
Yes. Get rid of the word should. Shouldn't be in your vocabulary.
And one of the things, I remember when I first became a Reiki healer, and I will be working on somebody, and I'm like, crap. All right, this is the 4th session. What's up with you? How come you're not better? So learning how to hold space for someone is key, and witness their shift, I could say, but without any attachment to the outcome.
Yes. Because as Reiki healers, we're not doing the healing. You know, with most healers, the healing work is coming through divine universal energy.
Mm-hmm. And anyone can harvest the energy around them. And all it takes, in my opinion, is just knowing how to breathe it in, and releasing it through the body.
Yes. Breathe in positive. Let go of anything that's no longer serving you.
Mm-hmm. And you could push that, I call healing energy, through your body. Let's say if you do it through your hands, some people will heal with their feet, because not everyone has, let's just say honest, not everyone has hands. And you could, and you irradiate healing energy with your body, which is really quite cool. Here's a quick story, if you don't mind me sharing this, Robin.
I love it when you share stories. You've got great stories.
Well, my son was driving. Both my sons were sitting in the front seat, and my older son was going on and on and on. And I started to activate the Reiki without asking him. I decided, well, I'm his mother. I could invade his space with positive energy. And that's a no-no, everybody.
Yes,
you cannot be energy peeping Tom and just radiate energy to anybody without their permission. So in the middle of the drive, I'm looking at my back of my son's head. He said, "Did you turn on that Reiki energy, Mom? I can feel it coming through the chair." I'm like, Who, me? Are you talking to me?
Oh, that's so great. That's so great.
Yeah, he caught me. He caught me with my hot hands on.
My husband's caught me doing that sometimes, every once in a while. And you know, Helen, my husband's had some health issues, and you know, I'll just be like hugging him, or I'll have my hand on him, and he'll be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I actually will ask, you know, I will ask his permission without actually having to ask him verbally, you know, have a conversation. Sometimes I do ask verbally, but sometimes if he's sleeping and I'm, you know, sleeping next to him, and I'll just be like, oh, you know, knowing he's not feeling well, I'll send him some energy. But I always will ask first. And you can ask without actually having a conversation with someone. It's something I do anyway. I don't know, it might sound crazy, but it's almost like you get a yes or no answer. You get a yes or no answer. You definitely, it's almost like using a pendulum. The way that I ask, it's almost like using a pendulum, but not having to actually get my pendulum out. And a lot of times I get the no, and I listen to that. You do not send energy to anyone without having that positive yes, or that positive.
Well, you're also asking their higher self.
Yes.
So energetically, they may not. Higher self is past the matter and energy that what you feel. A higher self is a higher energy frequency that we all have. So this is your connection to the divine when you're praying, even though you're praying in the person, but it's your higher energy is making that connection to the universe.
Yes.
And I hope that makes sense to people. I hope
it makes sense.
Well, that's because you and I have been doing this for a really long time.
We have a question here.
Okay. Oh, Jean wants to know, may I send Reiki to young children? Yes, but again, even if you don't verbally ask them, ask their spirit. Close your eyes. I close my eyes, but you don't have to. And just ask the child's spirit, is it okay if I send you Reiki energy? But if you hear a yes, and hearing it, you hear it in your head. not with your ears, but you're hearing it with your third eye.
And you will get an answer. You're not going to, I mean, I knew someone who was very, very, very sick, very extreme. I mean, and I would ask, and I always got a no, knowing that they really needed it and wanting
Really?
to need it, but always got a no. It wasn't their thing, and it wasn't their thing in life when they were here on this planet. But yeah, you just can't. Not everybody wants it.
Yeah, it's true. And I'm going to say like this is going to sound awful. And when you hear that no, you cannot impose your energy on somebody else because you're conducting energy rape.
Yes, it's not cool.
Yeah, and energy rape, we do that psychologically when we're trying to get someone to do what we ask of them. So we are trying to take the person's free will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's the same as it's similar to any religion where people pray for you or people are praying for something or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You should ask permission. You should ask permission. May I pray for you? I know that you're going through a hard time, or I know that you're sick. You should ask. And most people are yes. Most people when you ask them, it's a yes. But sometimes when you can't ask people, that's the way that Helen and I will ask that we'll send that universal energy out into the universe and see what answer comes back. And I think that it's important for everyone who's either sending energy or praying for someone, you should ask. It's just polite.
Oh, yeah. So if this is okay, are you up for doing a little meditation, Robin? Or
Yeah, it's 7:22. So we like to keep this tight. It's 30
I know
minutes.
we could go on forever.
We could go on forever.
If people want us to go
meditation.
longer, feel free because we are just going by what you are looking for to motivate Robin and me. If you want our talks to go on, because we could go on forever. It all depends on what you are interested in.
It's true.
Okay, so, and we're going to put information in the box below, just in case. I'm going to just say this, like I said, we're closing before because we might get a little wonky later. Please subscribe, please follow us, share our video. Let's grow a community. And we're shortly going to have information about Reiki 1 if you're interested in healing. I probably Robin and I teach a little bit differently. We teach what I call traditional Reiki, and then we'll add a whole bunch of things that will make sense in your world. So it's something that you could do every single day. Okay, so that's my thing. All right, Robin, you do yours.
Okay, so today we're going to do a short meditation, and it's a grounding meditation, a body scan. So get as comfortable as possible. Whether you're sitting up or lying down, just start adjusting your body. Fix your clothing. And start to settle down. Notice your breathing. You may close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or you may keep them slightly open with a soft focus. Notice the rise and fall of your chest with each inhale and exhale. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your eye muscles to relax. And notice how your body is feeling. Notice what's coming up for you. And be open to whatever is experienced today in your body. Feel the weight of your body. Taking a nice deep inhale and a long, slow exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Again, a nice deep inhale and a long exhale. Notice how your body is feeling from just taking in a nice deep inhale and a long exhale. Begin to breathe nice and normally. Notice when you exhale, your body relaxing deeper and releasing any tension you may be holding on to. Again, taking a nice full breath in and a long, slow breath out. Observe your breathing. Breathe nice and normally now. And pay attention to the air flowing in and out of your nose. Notice the weight of your feet. And just notice any sensations you may be having in your feet. Perhaps your feet are on the floor, or maybe you're lying down and they're resting on the floor or on your bed. Perhaps you have shoes on or cozy socks. Just notice your feet. Feel the temperature of your feet. Now bring your attention to your legs. Notice the weight of your legs. Do you feel pulsing in your legs? Do your legs feel tired, heavy, or perhaps they feel light? Bring your attention to your spine. Just notice how your spine is feeling. Just try to relax your back. Maybe you need to adjust your spine. Now notice the trunk of your body, your stomach, and release any tension you may be feeling here. Just allow your belly to relax. And take in a nice deep inhale and exhale. Now continue to breathe nice and normally again. Notice the rise and fall of your abdomen with each inhale and exhale. Now notice your hands. Perhaps they're feeling tight. Just allow your hands to relax. Notice the temperature of the air around your hands. Let them soften. Notice your arms. Allow your arms and shoulders to relax. Notice your neck and your throat. And allow your neck and throat and shoulders to relax. Soften your jaw. Soften your eye muscles and your cheeks. Soften your forehead. Now I want you to notice your whole body from the crown of your head down to your toes. And just be present. Breathe nice and slowly. And be present with your body. Become aware of your body as best you can. And take in another nice deep inhale in and out. Really paying attention to the flow of air coming into your nose. Again, inhale and exhale. Notice the temperature around your body. Now I want you to visualize yourself in a beautiful white light. Your entire body is surrounded by beautiful white light. This is your energy field. It's here to protect you. And visualize your breath coming in and out. You're breathing in the beautiful white light in and exhaling any tension that needs to be gone. Now notice how your body is feeling. Now slowly begin to wiggle your toes. Feel the energy coming into your legs. Now relax your feet. Notice the energy coming up your legs and into your hips. And just adjust your body a little bit, moving your spine, fingers. And just move your shoulders very slowly. Move your neck just a little bit, if that's okay for you. And open your mouth and close your mouth. Feel how relaxed your jaw is feeling. And slowly open your eyes and come back to the room. And give your body just a little bit of movement and feel how grounded you feel just by doing that quick body scan and breathing. Now you are connected with the universal energy that is you here in between the earth energy and the universal heavenly energy above. So thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you so much. And I think next week, how about this, everybody? Let's talk about when the person that we are with or working on and now energy is not in alignment with each other. What do you do when you have inner conflict? Okay. So please share our video. Leave us a comment. We're going to put some useful resources in the box below on how to grow your healer within you. And we'll see you next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our program is really for you. Grow your inner healer.
Yes, everyone has one.
Bye-bye, everybody. We will see you next week.